Hi, cat. Come and get some mango, baby.
One, two, 1, 2, 3. Self-awareness is a superpower. My name is KathyLaDonna. Welcome to Soul and Vibration. I hope the free thinkers are doing well. And if you're not doing well, I'm happy to remind you that you are the most powerful person that you know. You are the most powerful person that you know because only you can create your reality. Hey guys, today is Wednesday, October 30th, and the energies in the day adds up or induced to number 3 vibration. If today is your birthday, happy birthday. When it comes to the spirit animal for today, all right, so let's go with this. We got the fish energy coming out in the reversal position. This is the fish in the upright position. So with the fish energy in the reversal position, the fish energy in the reversal position for me when it comes to today brings me to not moving forward when it comes to something, but I feel like that energy has felt similar, familiar, but then it makes sense. Maybe it's not you intentionally not moving forward when it comes to something, and instead it is just the energies are not supporting this change as yet. With October 2024 adding up and reducing to the number 9 vibration, this is definitely a month for wrapping things up. So wherever things are stagnant and not moving forward, but you're confident about change, might just be a time for preparation and not fully taking action. What I mean by that is, say this month you came up with an idea of wanting to start something new, but yes, still there weren't any supporting energies to start anything new. And I say supporting energies, meaning no matter how much you tried, things just didn't move forward, or you just weren't feeling it. It's not because you're supposed to abandon your dream altogether. Instead, this was time for you to sit down and do some reflection, get clear. Is this what you really want for sure? How do you know this is what you want for sure? Maybe some journaling, some reflection, but getting clear on some things is what comes to mind when it comes to this month. But we're already at the end of this month, one more day, and we're in November. But when it comes to today's energy, the number 3 is amplified. And with the number 3 being amplified, the number 3 is that childlike expressive energy. When I think of the number 3 amplified, with the day being the 30th and the 0 next to the 3 amplifying the 3 energy, a few things come to mind. I think of how the number 3 could be a clown, like, because it's childlike, playful, childish to a certain extent. And with the 0 next to it, and it's amplified with the day and the energies in the day adding up to that, that's one aspect of it. But then another aspect of today's energy could be major distractions, where the number 3 is an energy that tends to start a bunch of things and leaving them open. Like, I think of like a child opening up a bunch of cereal boxes and opening up a bunch of cereal boxes all at the same time. And you're like, why don't you eat one at a time and be more organized? Like, the number 3 energy is one that does not reflect organization, because it's a childlike, creative, expressive, chaotic energy. So with it being that, this is where we get all these grand ideas. And this is the kind of energy where you might order a bunch of stuff on Amazon because you planned on starting a certain business. And this has happened to me twice. I purchased a bunch of really nice quality beads, or so they say, from the sites on Amazon. Purchased the beads and things. The boxes came, sat at the door for days until I finally made up my mind that I'm just gonna send them back. And that happened twice because a part of me missed creating things with my hands, and I thought that might be it. And in the moment, the idea of it was just like so great. Like, I was so excited at the thought of creating something, but then when they got here, like, like just the thought of opening up the box felt like too much energy. So that was a clear sign for me that the idea of it was great, but the reality of it wasn't. That's why the box didn't make it past the front door. So when it comes to today's energy, you know, some of us could find ourselves jumping in and out of things. And at least for me with those beads, at least I was able to return them to Amazon and get my money back. I think of, you know, someone investing into something and it's just the waste. You invest into it, you start it, and don't see it through. And when it comes to the fish energy coming out in the reversal position, it brings me to that not seeing something through type of vibe. So I feel like when it comes to today's energy is a perfect one for journaling and writing down these great ideas when they come to you. Today energy will also remind me of the number 5 energy, in the sense that, say if you have a lot to get done today, today's that kind of day where you want to set alarms and to-do lists and make sure first thing in the day you do everything that you have to do and not allow anything to linger. Because this is one of those days where you start the day with intentions to get things done and absolutely nothing got done. Because when it comes to the feeling of today's day, to me today's day feels like you know, like wanting to have a good time, because the number 3 energy is such a playful energy. And the moon is in Libra. And I like that the moon in Libra is positively aspecting Jupiter and Gemini and Venus and Sag. So the inner world, the inner conversation is in a place where we want to get social and interact and connect with others anyways. So there's big nurturing, big social aspects where the moon is concerned. So the moon is social, and the aspects being made to the moon are social, and so are the numbers within the day. Today being the 30th, and the energies in the day adding up and reducing to the number 3 vibration also brings me to more social energy. Mercury is the ruler of the day. Mercury is a part of a grand water trine, and when it comes to the grand water trine, it brings me to intuitive energy. It brings me to this knowing. It's like when it comes to certain things, you just know. You don't know how you know, you just know. Or with Mercury and Scorpio positively aspecting Mars in Cancer and Neptune in Pisces, it brings me to the mind being at peace and silence, or being at peace and silence, being at home, relaxing type of energy. Like the mind enjoys the thought of being at home, relaxing, or just being in a peaceful type of environment, or just spending time by water or in water is very nurturing when it comes to today's energy. And Mercury is also creating a sextile between Pluto and Capricorn. So with Mercury at 25 degrees Scorpio, Pluto at 29 degrees Capricorn, Mercury and Scorpio speaking to Pluto and Capricorn brings me to the mind in a place where the mind wants to take control of oneself. And with Pluto transiting Capricorn, transforming the power sector, how we make money, how we take care of ourselves, Mercury and Scorpio speaking to Pluto and Capricorn is having the conversations that says, you know, this is how I'm going to take care of this is how I'm going to take control of my situation. It's like the mind is in a place that it accepts that this is the reality, and it's entertaining the different ways how we can take control of our situation. I think in the full moon message, the new moon in Scorpio message, and in that new moon message, for me, it was all about creating something that no one can take from you. And I feel like with Mercury and Scorpio positively speaking to Pluto and Capricorn, that's what I see, creating something that no one can take from you. And in some cases, for some people, that might be, say you are passionate or interested in the thought of learning a trade or something where you can use your hands. And in another situation, it could be someone, whenever you get a job, whatever that job is, you consciously ask yourself, what skills within me am I going to get paid to improve at this job? And like I mentioned in past videos, for me, while I was working in the salon, I was getting paid to improve a lot of skills within me. I was getting paid for one thing, but also getting paid to improve other things. Whereas like I'm getting paid to do hair, yes, but I'm improving my people skill. I'm improving my communication skills, where before doing, like, without working with people in the salon and in the public, like, I don't know where I would have been able, I'm sure the universe would have worked things out, but my communication skills and my people skills, I learned it all from being in the salon, and I was getting paid to just do hair. Also, too, my astrology and numerology skills improved from being in the salon, because while people are showing up to get their hair done, I'm observing them, because every day whenever I went into the salon, I imagined that I am Dexter walking into my laboratory. Laboratory in the sense that when I'm at home, I'm doing theory. I'm looking at all the numbers and how the numbers look and what they mean and how they function when they're combined a certain way. Like the number 6 by itself is not going to be the same as if it's created by the number 15, and it's not going to be the same if it's created by the number 33. Then the number 6 is not going to be the same if it's created by the number 24. So I'm looking at the numbers, how they're created, how they're influenced based on creation, and I'm looking at all of that. And then when I go into the salon, you know, I know people's birthdays. I'm asking them their birthdays, and I'm observing them, observing how they move. And, you know, a person might come for the first time, and just from their first impression, I play a game and I try to guess what their numbers are, what the numbers are within their chart, and things like that. Looking at their scalp and the way their hair grows and what's going on with their scalp, I'm guessing what their numbers are and things like that. So it's like I'm getting paid for one thing, but I'm also developing a skill within me that no one can take from me. So when it comes to this energy with the moon in Scorpio positively aspecting Pluto and Capricorn, it brings me to that, because I feel like it takes Mercury in Scorpio, the mind, in a place to think about creating something that no one can take from you, because Scorpio energy is about power and possession and wanting to have power over yourself and possess something for yourself. So that's what this energy is bringing me to. But when it comes to today's vibe with the fish in the reversal position, it brings me to the thought today of entertaining a whole bunch of stuff, and nothing happens overnight. So great ideas will come, but it's all about writing them down for when you're ready. But for me, procrastination is something that I had to get to the root of in order to set myself free, because I procrastinated a lot. And till it clicked for me that I procrastinate for one of two reasons. Either I'm genuinely not interested in the thought of creating beaded bracelets. The thought was fun, but at the same time, it was just fun in the moment. And the reason why I procrastinated, when the box was finally delivered, it sat at the front door for a few days, and I procrastinated to open it because I genuinely wasn't interested in that. And then there were other things, like the thought of creating a YouTube channel and doing what I do now. When that thought first came to me, it scared me, and I procrastinated where it was concerned, but that was because I was afraid. I was afraid big time. So for me, when you look at the reason why you procrastinate for something, ask yourself, is it because I'm genuinely not interested? Because with all this number 3 energy, people will start things and not finish them. And I used to beat myself up for starting things and not finish them. I would start making a dress and not finish it because I wasn't that inspired to make it. Because say if I'm making it to go somewhere, then I'm definitely going to finish it because I'm excited about wearing it wherever I'm going to wear it to. But if it's just random and the design is not anything that excites me like that to where I'm going to find somewhere to wear it, I might not finish it. And I used to beat myself up for not starting the things that I finish until it clicked for me. Life is too short to be forcing myself to do things that I consider to be boring. So I would forgive myself for not finishing things that I'm genuinely not interested in. But as I matured, I didn't entertain things anymore. Or I tried my best not to entertain things that I weren't interested in, and instead try to focus only on the things that scared me. Because once I noticed something scared me, then I know that I needed to do some shadow work. I needed to do some 8th house work, some looking into my psychology to understand what's going on there, why I'm afraid to start or do this thing. Get to the bottom of that, get the false evidence appearing to be real out of the way, so that I could take action. And I've said in other videos, procrastination can show up in a form of productivity. And this is where we want to take this course first. We want to do this, we want to do that. But really, we're just holding ourselves back from getting started. But it looks like we're preparing by taking this course and that course and this course and that course. But the only thing that is for sure is that there's a good excuse in not getting started. So once I got to the root of that, like that didn't control my life anymore either. Because like every time I'm about to do something, I'll always remind myself that the creator, like I always have everything I need within me or around me to get started on anything that the creator presents to me. So anytime I'll find myself wanting to put something off for preparation, I know that's procrastination, and I'll push past it anyways, because I believe it's important for me to start with what I have first. And as something grows, then I invest and get better, do better. So I believe start with your smartphone first, start with a cheap camera first. And as your thing grows and starts to pour back into you, then you invest back into your thing. Or as you make money and you can afford to invest in your thing, you invest in it. But don't let that be the reason why you never start, because in the beginning, we're learning ourselves, we're learning the thing that we're in, and we're trying to find our rhythm. So why worry about spending all this money trying to make it perfect, only for you to get in and realize you don't want to do it anyways? Might as well you start and build your way to wherever it is that you're going. So we have the of Wands energy in the upright position. And of Wands energy, it reminds me of the day being the 30 and the energies in the day adding up to number 3 vibration. That brings me to the number 3 is ruled by Jupiter. So it brings me to action oriented, expressive energy. And the King of Wands is just that. So when it comes to today's vibe, a lot of fiery, expressive energy about the day. But with the fish energy in the reversal position, it just brings me to the thought of today might not be the day to focus on seeing certain things. Today might be a day where we're dealing with delays pertaining to certain things. Also, too, today might be a day to be conscious about your digestion, or things might come up around your digestion, or things might come up that shows you how you need to make better decisions when it comes to the foods that you're consuming, because things might come up where digestion is concerned. Also, too, within today's energy, today might be a day where you have some new beginning pertaining to something, because the number 3 deals with new beginnings. But it's new beginnings based on something that you've invested in. You've invested in something. And today is one of those days where you'll see fruits of your labor type of energy. That could be that aspect of today's energy also. But when it's all said and done, like I said earlier, today is one of those days where it's good to journal your good ideas, put them down on paper, and ask yourself, why are you procrastinating? If procrastination is something that you're dealing with, is it because of fear, or you're genuinely not interested? And once you learn that it's because of fear, then it's time for you to get to know yourself better. Time to get to know yourself better. Hey guys, I want to share with you 7 benefits of getting a numerology natal chart awareness coaching session. The first one is understanding your internal programming. The second one is becoming more clear about your purpose and passion. The third is setting goals for success. The fourth is awareness of strength and areas of improvement. And the fourth one was foundational for me, because whenever you're aware of your weaknesses, no one can use them against you. And when you're aware of your strengths, that makes you unstoppable. And that is why I say self-awareness is a superpower. The 5th benefit is removing obstacles. We first have to become aware of a thing in order to remove it in the first place. The sixth benefit is understanding relationship dynamics. We don't have to change the people in our lives. We have to become aware of ourselves and start from there, and everything changes. And the seventh benefit is upcoming transits, if that's something that you would like to look into because you're planning for something or you just want to be aware. So if you're interested in booking a numerology natal chart awareness coaching session or learning more about it, the link to book or the link to send me an email for questions are both within the description box below. If you'd like to check out my Patreon where I share exclusive content, the link to check out what's happening on Patreon is in the description box below. It was a pleasure sharing this message with you. Before you go anywhere, please let me know you're here with me by dropping me a yellow heart in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.